Hello, welcome back to Budget with Chloe. Today I am budgeting my second paycheck of April. Alright, so if you've seen my videos before, you know the drill. This is my gross paycheck amount before deductions and taxes. I also have a $228 climate carbon rebate check. It's the last one. The government has decided to get rid of that rebate, and I think the carbon tax altogether, something or other. And I will just start by taking care of the payroll deductions, and I will reset the available amounts here. So the amount that was deposited into my account net from my paycheck plus the 228 for the carbon rebate is what I have to assign today. We have some overspending, but I'll show you what I got with my overspending. So collectibles and books. It was record store day on April. It was a couple of Saturdays ago. I can't remember what the date was. And my boyfriend went because I had to work, and so he picked me up a couple of things. One of them he bought for me, so I didn't have to pay for. That was the Taylor Swift Fortnite 7-inch single. It's white. But I bought the James Blunt demos for the 20th anniversary of Back to Bedlam. So I'm super excited about that. But I did also buy from Vinyl Storage Solutions the sleeves that I have them in. As you can see, they're really crisp. They are still in their original shrink wrap. That's why it does look a little folded, but the actual outer sleeve, and then I also have their inner sleeves for the record. They're just really nice, and they make the record look so nice on the shelf, and they keep them protected. So that is what all this collectibles overspending is. I will say though, I'm about 90% sure that I'm going to be selling my house in the summer and moving in with my partner into the home that he owns, which means my expenses are going to be drastically reduced to almost nothing because I won't be paying 60% of my income to my house anymore. So I'm kind of acting like the vibe is the week before summer break, the last week of school. I'm just kind of going ham. But I need to rein that in because it's definitely not set in stone, and I just shouldn't act that way while I still have all of the expenses. I can wait until I have the disposable income to start spending a little bit more. So I do need to rein that in. Same with the dining out. This past weekend, me and my partner painted a large part of his main floor in his house. I did not realize how tiring painting is, and so we did two, I think, 10-hour days of, priming and painting and moving all the furniture and everything. And so we did not cook on those days, and we went out and we spent money. So that is the dining out overspending. Groceries, I think, just went a little bit over, not too concerning there. Just need to fine tune the grocery budget a little bit, I think. So my brother only I only asked for 200 because we had quite high other expenses for the first portion of the month. So he's going to send 300 by the end of the month. So I need to put 503.34 into here, and then that last 300 will come from him for the full payment on the last day of the month. All of my bills for the rest of April are taken care of, which is good. I think for groceries, I'm going to cover, is there exactly 1 week left of April? I think so. So $15.53, and then I'll give myself $95 for this week. And then the other $95 for the second week of this paycheck will go into May because it will fall into May. Utilities are taken care of. Toiletries and household goods are basically wiped out for the month. I shouldn't need anything. If I do, I guess, hopefully it's May's problem. Gas, okay, I should not need, this is kind of growing quite fast here. I had just upped my target to $150 a month, and then gas prices have started to come down. So I am going to, let's say I want 140 in there. I guess I could have just done that in YNAB. What am I doing? Because that'll be two $70 fill-ups, which I think $70 is quite generous. I don't need gas right away, but I might need 2 fill-ups in the next 2 weeks, let's say. So I'll just have that in there. It'll roll over as a refill. Yeah, it'll roll over into May, so that's good. Car maintenance, I did. Let's do shareables because I do need to put that in there. These I'm kind of like hoping, I was thinking of compensating for the collectibles being overspent by, I don't know, not putting it, but like beauty, I kind of have to restock some of my like essentials monthly. So I don't want to punish my hobbies. Maybe we'll just do $25 for hobbies, make that $75 and snooze it. I could always move some from entertainment, but I don't know if I should be making like a big ticket event category. I think I've seen some people have this because entertainment to me is kind of like a catch-all for everything, but $60 a month when I'm spending about $60 a month isn't going to help when, you know, someone goes on tour that I want to see and now I want to buy a $200 concert ticket, but I use my $60 entertainment budget every month. So I feel like I do need to have more of a sinking fund entertainment. Again, in the summer, this won't even be a problem if I sell my house and move in with my partner. So it's one of those things where I'm kind of pushing it off because I'm like, it's not something I need to worry about in a couple of months. But because I'm running such thin margins now, yeah, I'll just leave it for now, I think. I'm going to come back to this. Let's take care of what needs to be taken care of. I think I'm only going to do 200 here instead of the 230 and snooze that. Okay, so everything else is good for April. That's my brother. So what do all of these equal? 374. So that would give me about 1,000 to move into May with. I know that sounded very disappointed. I think, like, because I used to, obviously in the not so distant past, only be able to do like the first couple of things I needed to pay on the first of the month, which is about $600. So I mean, to be able to bring $1,000 into May is good. It's just annoying because I was doing quite well, progressing towards a month ahead, but then I let my monthly non-essential spending kind of get a little bit out of control. You know what? Let's snooze this. I'm gonna leave it. I'm going to, I feel like, you know what? Let's take the 25 from hobbies. I'm gonna take $1.02 from entertainment. I'm gonna check if I have any rewards on my credit cards to maybe cancel some of this spending, but I guess I'm just gonna have to cover. You know what? I don't need work activities. Okay, I want to leave some. Okay. Oh, it hurts. It hurts me. And then the rest should be for my brother to pay. Yes, so 3. Why is it $4.99? Oh, because this has pending. Yeah. This, because that does not add up to that, but there are upcoming transactions that are scheduled that I think are affecting that. So all of my stuff is good because that 300 is taken care of by my brother. This is my filter for all the stuff that I have to pay, again, except for the small portion of my mortgage. Let's go into May. So let's go my 1st to 15th filtered view just to figure that out. So these are my non-negotiables. Mostly. The Spotify is... Have I paid my Spotify this month? No. Okay. So those are the 1st to the 15th. I have $389.12. I'm gonna need that $95 in groceries until my first paycheck of May. Gas, I'm good until definitely my next paycheck. Okay, so none of my subscriptions are due next month. Oh, miscellaneous gifts. My friend moves into her house next month, so I want to get her something, and I have Target set here, but basically for my gifts I want to assign $120 a month, and however I arrange that is kind of, you know, up to me depending on the month and what I need to do. So I will put another $70 towards gifts. I don't know if I should do that now. I should probably wait on that. Let's do my little tiny sinking funds. Let's do some beauty because I feel like that pops up. Let's do shareables in case anything like that pops up. I should probably give myself dining out money. And please bully me in the comments to actually stick to my dining out target. Because now my average spend is $208. It's not cheap to dine out these days. And also, shout out to the team I am supporting in the Stanley Cup playoffs. That doesn't help because, you know, you want to go out, you want to see the sights and drink with fellow hockey fans. As long as they're winning. Okay, let's do toiletries and household goods and health and wellness. What else? Should I do clothing to get my clothing up to 100? That's fun. Just do my work activities because it's small. And is there anything? this one. And then I will throw the 78 cents into next month. Ta-da! So that's not as bad as it felt like it was going to be, as long as I can stick to my targets. But 3358 minus the 500 my brother sends me, so 2858 I need to fill May. My next paycheck should be 1860, so 998 for my second paycheck of May. It's only a 2 paycheck month for me. I get paid on Wednesdays. I know some people have a triple paycheck month this month. I think mine is in July and December. So that's okay. I might be getting, I'm not holding my breath. My friend is building her house with the same builder I built my house with, and she did refer me, and they did log that referral. So allegedly I should be receiving $1,000 when she closes on her house, which, again, not holding my breath, but I definitely want to put that towards getting month ahead, travel, helping my boyfriend with some, home maintenance stuff that he's doing kind of to get it ready for me to move in with him at my request, the paint and stuff. Not really things that he would necessarily do without me suggesting it, so I want to help with that. Yeah, so that is what I would do with that $1,000 that hopefully I get, fingers crossed. That would be the end of next month. So we will see, and that will just be a welcome surprise to go into June with. So I can't believe how fast this year is going. But yeah, that is my budget. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'm close to 800 subscribers, which is so exciting. And I want to buy a little clip-on microphone because I feel like the headphone situation is not ideal, just for better sound quality. And I feel like I can really make that, I can justify that in my head if I'm making any amount of money from YouTube. So if I could get monetized, that would definitely push me to get a microphone so that I can write that off on my taxes against any money I make from YouTube. So help me out if you feel like it, if you enjoy my content. But I will see you guys for my next budget with me in 2 weeks. Bye.